Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone here. I'm Derek Sims, chairman of the Roxbury Chamber of Commerce. Today's breakfast is being sponsored by Sharon Slaughter and Joe Weinberg in celebration of what would have been Enos Slaughter's 100th birthday. Joe and Sharon, we appreciate you hosting this meeting. We look forward to hearing from you and Person County Museum of History. At this time, I'd like to recognize our elected officials that are here. Start off with County Commissioners. I've got Jimmy Clayton, County Commissioner running for re-election. Jimmy, there you go. We have Kyle Puryear, County Commissioner. There you go.
Not running for re-election.
He is not running for re-election. We have City Council, Mark Phillips, right there in the back. Mark, okay. We also have here with the Sheriff Dewey Jones in the back. We also have District Court Judge Mike Gentry, and he is running for re-election. And we have Board of Education, Gordon Powell, Chairman, and he is running for County Commissioner. Where's Gordon? There we are, there's Gordon, okay. And then we have candidates running. I have Donald Long, who is running for County Commissioner. Have I missed anybody? That's good. I'm always worried about that, missing something. So at this time, I'd like to ask Alicia to come up and speak on a few announcements with the Chamber.
Good morning, everyone. You may notice that Sharon Slaughter and I have got a little spirit on today. She's representing her father's Cardinals Day. But I have on the Yankees version. We don't get many opportunities to wear this, so we're rocking it today. There are some papers at your table for some events that are coming up that we just want to make sure are on your radar. First and foremost, you've got a flyer advertising a barbecue. This is a fundraiser for the Fireworks Fund so that we can work to have a wonderful fireworks display on July 4th. If you can join us this Friday in the Furniture Mart parking lot, we will have delicious barbecue for $7 a pound, and we would love to have you join us. Next is this flyer here, advertising our upcoming golf tournament. This is a tradition that's been done in conjunction with Joe Weinberger for 19 years. It is a wonderful day. If you've never participated, this may be the year to do it. It's a lot of fun. Lots of food, lots of beverages, lots of golf, lots of door prizes, just lots. So we hope that you can join us for that too. Also, you've got a brochure for the Saponi 5K trail run that is coming up in June. We are delighted to help sponsor this event, and we hope that you'll take a look at the brochure and share the information with family and friends who might be interested in participating. That is all we have, but actually I think Donald Long had something he wanted to share. Donald, do you want to stand up where you are or come up here?
I'll stand up here. I'm a member of the Person County Arts and Parks Recreation Advisory Board, and last night we had our soft opening of Youth Sports Place at Westland Heights Road. Soft opening, the official grand opening is Friday. We must have had over 1,000 people there last night. There was a long line of cars getting in, parking lot. The park looks great. About 95% of the asphalt paving was done yesterday in between the four fields. We'll finish that out today. The sod looks great. The grass is coming in good. The highway is lined with banners of all the corporate sponsors and businesses in Person County that supported the project. So I want to invite everybody to come out Friday. The grand opening at 6 o'clock. It's very appropriate. It's this week for Enos' 100th birthday.
Thank you. And one last thing, we are entering that time of year where personality is on the horizon. We do have some information on our website if you or anyone you know is interested in having a merchandise or craft booth, or if your business would like to set up an information booth and work to get your message out to the public. August 26th and 27th are those dates, and just let us know if we can provide you with any more information. I think that's all we got.
Again, for those of you, I don't know if you can hear back over there what Don was saying, but again, the grand opening is Friday at 6 o'clock at the Rocks Place. Is that correct, Don?
Yes, sir.
6 o'clock, okay. So if you all can make that. this time, we'd like to invite Sharon Slaughter to make a presentation.
Thank you, Derek. And thanks to all of you for being here today. Derek and my dad never had the opportunity to meet, but had they, I know y'all would have been best buddies. Many of you might remember he was always at every chamber breakfast, at every business after hours. He was always the first to arrive and the last to leave. And if there was ever shrimp cocktail being served, you better hustle, because Enos was going to beat you to the ball. But nonetheless, and you know, it's very ironic. I remember one of my first chamber breakfasts back, I think it was around 1991, Piedmont Community College. This was at the old Golden Corral. They were the sponsor, and they were talking about something we really weren't familiar with. It was like the information highway, and that was the way of the future. Well, today I stand up here with my cell phone, reading my notes from my phone. But you know, back then, we just didn't. The computers, everything going on was just 25 years ago, it was just happening. And now look where we are today. But Joe and I decided to host this breakfast today because I remember my dad once said, I want to live to be 100. And shortly after that, his 86th birthday, he was diagnosed with lymphoma. And while he's not with us today physically, he's with us in spirit. And during those 86 years, his life was full of good times, good friends, in a town that he truly loved calling home, Roxborough, North Carolina. And speaking of family and friends, I would like to recognize one of his dear old friends who has not yet taken the path to the happy hunting ground, as I call it. And that is Edwin Davis. Edwin, can you just wave to everyone, let them see you? Edwin, it was a few years younger than my dad, and perhaps that's why he liked hanging out with you. But I know they traveled to Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame, Caribbean cruises, golf tournaments, you name it. They were out having a lot of fun together. And thank you for your friendship with him during the years. Also, today, my sisters, Gay and Rhonda, could not be here, but I'm very happy to have my sister, Patricia Wilson, over here, and her husband, Tom. They moved here a few years ago from Colorado, and we're happy to have you with us today. And last but not least is my dear mom, Helen Slaughter. Most of you know my mom and dad were divorced, but she was a very special part of his life, as was he to hers, and dear in their hearts. So thank you, Mom, for being here. And I wish my Aunt Helen Walker, I wish she could be here today. She's 97 and a half, but still doing very well. So bless Aunt Helen. I remember sitting in the lobby of the Kirby Theater, and my dad sitting there signing autographs, helping out with the Safe Haven, our domestic violence program. Dad was always one, no matter you asked him to help, he would help. And we helped raise money for Safe Haven to get our house put up. There were other times when I would be sitting with him at Southern States in a chilly cold morning, and he'd be signing autographs for the Animal Protection Society. There were other times when we would be at Piedmont Community College. When he was able to play golf, he was out there playing golf, helping them raise money. When he couldn't, he would bring his own pictures, offer them, sign them, all the proceeds go to the college. So anytime he had the opportunity to help, he certainly did. Something dear to him also was the Person County Museum. Barbara Oakley had assembled quite a display of his baseball memorabilia. And I recall one time Barbara asked Dad and I to come up to the museum and participate in, I don't know, it was called the Bedtime Story program. David Bratcher at the radio station, they would record it for the cable station. So Barbara thought it'd be kind of cool for Dad and I to sit in the rocking chairs there in front of his baseball display. And I started reading Casey at the Bat. Well, as we rocked and I read, I glanced over at him and he was sound asleep. Needless to say, the bedtime story program worked. But at this time, I would like to introduce Kathy Young. She is the director for the Person County Museum, and she's going to update us on the happenings there.
Hey Sharon.
Yes, ma'am.
I do think this occasion calls for a song. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Enos. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Good morning. My name is Kathy Young. I'm director of the Person County Museum of History. And I'd like to thank Sharon and Joe for asking us to be part of this morning's event. And as Sharon said, Enos loved Person County and he also loved the museum. With his help and the help of his family, we currently have the largest Enos slaughter exhibit in the world, probably. And other than his baseball memorabilia, we also display a lot of his family history. His book, Country Hardball, is available for sale at the museum, and I did bring a few copies here. They're $15 a piece if anyone's interested. Now, if you've not toured the museum lately, or maybe never, you need to take the time. The museum displays all aspects of Person County history. It's a wonderful place for family reunions, church reunions, class reunions. When you have friends and family visiting and wondering about something to do, it's a good place to take them. And it's just a great place to step back in time and bring up some old memories. A couple of weeks ago, we hosted our second wedding on our campus. And with the decorated gazebo and the beautiful grounds, it was perfect. And of course, the weather played a big part in it, and it was a gorgeous day. When looking around for an outside venue, please think of the Person County Museum. We are open Wednesday through Friday from 10 to 4, Saturday from 1 to 4, and Tuesdays are reserved for scheduled group tours. And one more thing I'd like to announce, I have got some brochures on the tables, and I would like to announce an appraisal fair that the museum is hosting on May 14th from 1 to 4. It's going to be like a little antiques roadshow. And I know that everyone has a little prized possession or things that they wonder if they're any value, worth anything. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have a few refreshments. We've got 3 or 4 professional appraisers that will be there. And this is going to be located at 355 South Madison Boulevard, which is located beside the old Walmart. And we look forward to you coming. It's going to be $1 just general admission. And if you have an item you'd like appraised, it'll be $10 per piece. I know you're enjoying the breakfast here, and I thank you for your time, and I'm going to turn it over to Sharon for a special announcement this morning.
The insurance agent in me does not want her to fall down. And also, I want to thank my Foreign Bureau contingent up here. They've always been great supporters, and I love you guys. Thanks for being here. What Kathy was referring to, we figured since today would have been my dad's 100th birthday, and since he dearly loved the museum, what better time than to announce a new level of contribution, a new club for the museum, and we are calling that the Enos Slaughter Century Club. And what better amount than $100? So Kathy, I am the first member of the Enos Slaughter Century Club. Thank you very much. And the opportunity is out there to anyone and everyone to join. It doesn't mean that you can't be in some of the higher, more expensive clubs. They welcome those as well. But as part of this club, you will be invited to a reception each year at the home of myself and Joe Weinberger. So anyway, it is the Century Club level. It's $100, and we have several forms here. You can always contact Kathy, and it would be a great time to just help out the museum and honor my dad. And at this time, I would like to call on Joe Weinberger. And Joe, I believe, he's known my dad, knew my dad longer than I had known Joe. And of course, I'm going to let Joe wear this 42 World Series ring. I passed it around for all of you to see. And I remember my dad's Hall of Fame speech. He said that the 1942 World Series team was really special to him because right after they won the series, he enlisted in the Air Force and went to serve his country. And he said it didn't matter what they asked him to do, whether it was cook, clean the latrine, as he called it. It didn't matter. He was there to do his part for our country. And so I'm going to let Joe hold on to this 42 World Series ring. And in case you all didn't know, he gave me quite a nice little ring a few days ago, so I guess I can now call him my fiancé. Lucky guy, huh? No, just kidding, just kidding.
So be with the Slaughter family, there are stories that occur on a daily basis. Here's one of them right here. So we're getting ready this morning, and that brings up another story. And Sharon is habitually notoriously late for everything. And she was actually on time after the alarm went off about 4 or 5 times in a row. But this morning she said, okay, I'm gonna put this ring on your finger, and that's pretty cool. Come out here, I get in the front door, I didn't make it past over there. I yanks the ring off and starts showing around. And gives it to me, of course, back at the end of the day. And so I guess what this finger is just a transport finger. So the only other thing was that we got here, and actually Helen had beaten her daughter by about 1 minute here, which is amazing too. It runs in the family. They're never on time, but on this occasion, for their dad and husband, they're actually on time. So I'm very impressed with that. But again, stories about Enos. I was a young man coming from Wake Forest, a young student, and coming to Roxborough. And one of the first people I met was her sister, Gay Slaughter, and we and another friend, we played racquetball for a number of years with the South Boston. So when I got here, I got a call from my dad. He was born and raised in Devlin, Pennsylvania. He said, wow, Roxborough, Enos Slaughter lives there. I said, yeah, I heard. And he said, I think I can get a chance to meet him. Can you set us up? And I'd like to meet him and invite him up to our club. And he could talk. And, Enos at the time was on the circuit too. Didn't pay as well as the Hall of Fame. He wasn't in the Hall of Fame at that time. And I'm sure we can arrange that. And he did wind up going up to Bethlehem and stayed at the house that I was born and raised in. Everyone knows he just got around, and he sure did. He got around. So back to the story. Okay, so my dad said I'd like to meet him. I said I'll get it arranged. So a fellow that you know well, Tom Hill Clayton, Enos was there, and my dad. We went to Country Club Steakhouse, and my father brings a brown paper bag. So everybody knows what's in the brown paper bag, and they sit down, they're talking, and finally Enos says, hey Joe, Dad's name, hey Joe, when are you going to break open the bag? So, oh, okay, good idea. Brings that bag up, opens it up, out comes the camera. What the heck? There was all a look of disappointment on Enos' face. So anyway, they took their ceremonial pictures that day, and Enos was a fellow that reminds me of two things, and a lot of you knew Enos, but the two things that I remember from him distinctly, one, an appetite. Holy smokes. To be able to eat at that age, just be at the line 2 or 3 times, I'm sure. And the other thing was his memory was unbelievable. he could remember. He would tell them about games. I remember that we played Boston Braves in 1950, and so-and-so's on first base, so-and-so's on second base, and it was, you know, about 80 degrees, and 2 in the afternoon, and I was up to 3-2 count. So-and-so was pitching, and I hit a line drive left center field. I mean, it was just like it was just yesterday that he done it. So those are the two things that struck me. And the final thing was he had a soft heart for his family. He wouldn't show it. That soft heart wasn't there. He was a man who definitely played hard. He lived hard, and he did love his family. So, happy birthday, Enos.
Don't fall in. So before Derek says his closing remarks, I just want us all to join in and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I never get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Play ball! Thank you for being here. Very special to me.
All right. Thank you. I'd like to thank Sharon, Joe, and Kat for speaking with us today. And thanks to another one of those Good Morning Coffee Hours where I don't think we've sang so much, and that's great. But anyway, we're really good to reminisce memories. As you said, I didn't get to ever meet him, but it's very popular and very important to Roxburgh and Person County. So hey, I didn't see him. So anyway, in regards to our next Good Morning Coffee Hour, if you're interested in hosting one, contact the chamber and you can schedule that. I appreciate everyone coming out this morning. Again, thanks for the presentation, and everyone have a great day. Thank you. This concludes the meeting.